mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north and south and east. Welcome back. Today's lesson is going to be another short one, but it's a great song by Marvin Gaye. He had some absolute crackers. He's one of my favorite singers, one of my favorite artists of all time, really. But Mercy, Mercy Me is a fantastic protest song. It's more of a lament than a protest song, really. But it's got a great rhythm that is a little bit tricky to get around. It sounds pretty standard, but it's a little bit different. And a great chord progression. Goes into some slightly odd territory at the end and some familiar key changes for Marvin Gaye. But download your chart. Let's go through it. It starts with this great Motown chord, which is this chord here now. It's a voicing that I would call an A flat over B flat. And the reason why I'm calling it that, rather than some other more complex names that it might have, is because it's got this A flat triad here, major triad, and it's just got a B flat underneath it. So wherever you take that shape, if you move it up a fret as we're about to do, now you've got a major triad with a B over it, so that's an A over B. So A flat over B flat, and of course you're muting this A string with the underside of this ring finger, so you can kind of strum and get this whole string strumming action going, which leads me on to the rhythm. Now this rhythm, and what we're doing in the intro here is we're moving from A flat over B flat up to A over B. And the rhythm is like this. And that goes throughout the whole song. Now, I may have not done that completely consistency through that whole intro section that I just sang over, because when you sing over it, it tends to get a little bit trickier to keep that strumming rhythm going. But if you can strum that the whole way through the song, you've got it. Now, onto the chord progression. So we start with that for 2 bars, up to the A over B for 2 bars. And then we move into the chord progression proper, which is the same thing done 4 times through, and that's most of the song. We start from that A over B, we stay on the 7th fret and we do this E major 7 chord shape. There's another few ways you can do E major 7, which sound really nice as well, but because you're here, it makes sense to reach for that voicing there. Also, the very next chord we do, and we're doing 1 bar, 2 bars on each chord, right? So 1, and after that second little kind of snap down on the strums, if you know what I mean, cut it short so you get that break in the rhythm. Then you move, without really changing your position much at all, you move to a C sharp minor 7. Then we're up to an F sharp minor 7. So take that minor 7 shape on the 4th fret, slide it up to the 9th fret. You can, of course, play it down here, but it sounds nicer up here. And then we head back to the A over B voicing right at the end for the last 2 bars. Then we hit the repeat and we go back and do that whole thing again 4 times through in total, which is, I think, 3 voices, and then another instrumental verse where he kind of na-na-nas over the top of it. Then he moves to a key change. So I'll run through that chord progression once and then we'll move up. Now the key change is just everything up 1/2 fret. So from your E major 7, you're going up to F major 7, but of course you can't any longer play this open E string. So you could play F major 7 up like that, but the whole progression is the same all the way through. So you're going, then D minor 7 instead of C sharp minor 7. If you want to go up to the G minor 7 up to here, or down here, and then your A over B now becomes a, let's see, a B flat over C. And it goes through that progression once, and then it moves into the classic Marvin Gaye chord change, where we go from that to a B flat minor 7. So I'm going to run through 2 progressions, one, the main one, and then the second one a half step up, and then we're going to drop into the B flat minor 7. When we hit that B flat minor 7, we play it for 12 bars, just 12 bars straight of that, where a solo goes over the top, and then it runs into some funky chords at the end, which I'll get to in a sec. So from the top, intro, E major 7. See, I just flipped into a different rhythm there, which was more comfortable for me to sing over, but stick with that if you can. C major 7, C sharp major minor 7, gosh. F sharp minor 7, A over B. Do the key change, F major 7, D minor 7, G minor 7, B flat over C, B flat minor 7 for 12 bars, right? At the end of that 12 bar section, feels like it goes on for a little bit longer than it should, but there it is, B flat minor 7. It ends on a B flat minor 9, so he just adds this 9 up here on the 8th fret of your E string. Then drops down to an A flat major 7, G minor 7, and then really kind of hard to tell what's going on here, but the very last chord they land on, and it kind of gets a bit free time there towards the end, is a C minor 9, I'm going to say. And then there's that, all that kind of weird vocal stuff going over that C minor tonality. Do with that what you will at the very end there, but the real crux of this song and the real groove is that strumming pattern and that chord progression. Thanks for watching. See you next time.